Hey guys, what is up? It's your Addie Casually and welcome back to another video. If you are new here to my channel, welcome to our family. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell button so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you don't know who I am a nursing student currently studying in the Philippines, and I wanted to create videos here on YouTube because I want to share my experience as a nursing student in the Philippines and also give tips and advices for our student nurses out there. And so without further ado, let's get started for today's video. So for today's video, I am going to share you guys clinical experience, my first clinical experience, and also I'm going to tell you guys what you should bring, what to prepare on your first clinical duty, and basically what you need to bring every single day on your clinical duties. So yes, let's get started. I have my laptop here with me because I have really bad memory, and so I want to tell you guys every single thing that I wrote down here without. So if you are not familiar, there are two types of duties that we do in the Philippines. We have community and we have hospital. My first duty is actually in hospital, as I've mentioned, in PD ward, and nakaka-excite siya, sobrang saya, pero hindi mawawala yung kaba. I was so scared. I actually didn't sleep the night before. I didn't sleep. I didn't even eat. And I'm gonna tell you guys what happened to me. Okay, so first things first is I want to tell you guys that it is very important. If it's your first clinical duty, it's very important that you are organized and you have to prepare every single thing the night before your duty. For me, kasi for me, I easily forget stuff, and it's a lot easier for me to prepare ahead of time. So parang if I miss anything or I forget something, then I can just, think about it before I leave the apartment or my dorm. So para wala akong makalimutan and we don't get in trouble, kasi if you get into trouble and if you forget anything that you need to do, that your clinical instructor asks you to bring, girl, IR in different reasons, mag-IR ka if you're late. Bakit ka na late? Ganon. Tapos bakit pag nagkaroon ka ng ME, which is nagkamali ka sa sinulat mo sa charting ng pasyente mo, mag-IR ka. Kasi hindi ka dapat hindi naman sa hindi ka dapat magkamali, yes, pero dapat you have to ensure that what you are writing on the patient's chart are all correct and that you have to minimize errors, kasi that is a legal document, okay? That is a legal document, and so it is very important that everything is correct for your patient's safety and also for your safety. And so, yon, dapat i-prepare mo lahat-lahat before yung duty mo. Ang prepare ko before my duty, and also for you, yung uniform ko, I iron my uniform kasi they're very strict on our uniforms. Dapat walang wrinkles, and dapat ganyan, it should be it should be neat and parang professional looking. So dapat i-iron mo na yan. And then so in your uniform, meron kang apron, 'di ba? And oh my god, apron, really? No, there is an apron. It's not the apron that, bakit magluluto ba kami sa hospital? No, it's an apron. It depends on what school you are attending to, pero sa school namin is white. I think majority is white naman. white, tapos parang on top of your uniform lang siya. So you have your uniform na yung nurse uniform mo. And part pa din siya ng uniform, pero apron lang siya on top of your yung parang dress. Kasi 'di ba majority of yung uniform natin are dress pag sa hospital setting tayo. And so, yon dapat i-iron mo na yon. And then don't forget your cap. That is very important. Make sure that, meron, naka-prepare na yung cap mo, meron na yung ID mo, yung pin mo, yan. Tapos, yung pag-secure mo ng pin, so you have to make sure that you have hairpin para pang-secure mo ng cap mo sa ulo mo. And then jacket, white jacket, hindi ko alam, pero for my school, we are strictly need to wear white or pink jackets. I don't know if that applies to other school, pero strictly in my school, we need to either wear white or pink. It doesn't matter if, hindi siya parang, oh, for today, white dapat. No, it's not like that. You can either wear white or pink jackets, pero dapat yung kulay na lang yon is yung gagamitin mo. Yes. And also, you have to bring, so tapos na tayo sa uniform, okay? Uniform is very important. Wag kakalimutan. And you have to make sure you have white stockings, and don't buy yung manipis. Buy yung thick na stockings na hindi see-through yung skin mo, kasi ayaw ng instructors yun. Dapat yung thick na materials. And of course, your white shoes, and if you want, you can polish it the night before, or leave it as it is. It doesn't really matter as long as it's clean and it's neat. So yeah, yung uniform, that is it. You have to prepare everything the night before. And another one that you need to bring on your first clinical duty is your paraphernalia. Yeah. Yes, paraphernalia. No, paraphernalia. Paraphernalia. And Ate Cash, ano po ba yung paraphernalia? Ganyan din ako. Like, I don't know what paraphernalia is before I went to nursing. Paraphernalia basically means it's kind of like a pouch that has all of your stuff in it, or like all of the things that you need for your clinical duties. And so, ang advice ko is get, I wouldn't say like large pouch, pero yung katamtaman lang na pouch, bumili ka ng ganun. And then, in your paraphernalia, you need to have 6-inch ruler, pencil. You can either have, mechanical or your just regular pencil, pero make sure na meron kang sharpener if hindi mechanical yung binili mo. Micro tape or micro pore tape, bandage, scissor, gloves, clean and sterile. You need to bring clean gloves and sterile gloves. Small notebook, second hand watch, small calculator. I usually bring wipes, and your this depends, pero meron kasi kaming blue book. There are blue book na isa-sign ng teacher mo every skills na gagawin mo sa clinical. The ruler, why do we need a ruler? Ruler is very, I wouldn't say like important unless you have a patient who has a lot of wounds or rashes, or just, kasi yung 6-inch ruler na gagamitin mo siya in measuring, parang pag minomonitor mo yung sugat ng pasyente, or pag ina-assess mo yung sugat ng pasyente mo. For example, may sugat yung pasyente mo dito, and you have to measure it, like how big it is, like yung centimeters, kung palpable ba siya, kung nag-rise ba siya, parang may bump na ganon, i-measure mo din yon. And so, kailangan mo ng centimeters. Kailangan mo din ng bandage scissors, your own bandage scissors. Kasi, there are times, of course, there are times na hindi natin naman alam kung makakahanap ka ng bandage scissors sa hospital. And of course, they have a bandage scissors, pero it's good to have your own bandage scissors so you don't have to ask anyone for bandage scissors if you ever need it. The micropore is to secure dressing. Pag meron kang pasyente with IV lines tapos natatanggal, pwede mo yung palitan. Of course, with your instructors, dapat you need to ask permission from your instructor na parang you have to ask, "Sir, ma'am, I was assessing the IV side of my patient and it looks like the dressing the dressing is somewhat unclean, and so then you can actually change the dressing of the IV site or the cover of the IV site." Yun. And the three pens, it's very important, dapat meron kang black, blue, and red pens. Yung black, blue, and red pens, depende yan sa hospital policy. Yung black kasi, minsan, ginagamit yan from 7 to 3, tapos yung blue from 3 to 11, and if you have a duty from 11 to 7, red. So, it's very important that you have and make sure na bigyan nyo siya ng name, and I don't recommend buying pens that are expensive, okay? If you wanna buy GTech, and go ahead. For me, I usually just buy yung is it Dong-A or Dong-E? Dong-E? Basta yun, yung pen na mura kasi nawawala yan. Nawawala yan. Okay, at the end of your shift, you probably misplaced it, or someone borrowed it and never returned it, or forgot to return it, or returned it but misplaced it. That happens, or someone borrows it. Yeah, yun. Majority of the times, there was this one time, one nurse borrowed my pero nakalimutan kong kunin, kaya yun. So you have to make sure label your pen. Estudyante tayo and we want to save money. And so, bandage scissor, ko na. Yung pencil kasi is, okay, so you have your patient's chart. At the end of the shift, you, magsusulat ka yung vital signs ng pasyente mo, ganon. So, you have to have pencil para kung magkamali ka man, at least you can erase it, ganon. And then, pencil also is when you are taking notes, it's very helpful. Ginagamit ko usually ang pencil pag nag-charting ako, and then ginagamit ko siya pag nag-charting ako vital signs of the patient, yung nurse's notes, ganon, and then I show it to my clinical instructor, and if okay na yung sinulat ko, then I'll write it in pen, either black, blue, or green, or no, not green, red, depende sa hospital policy and yung color coding nila. Second hand watch is very important. There are instructors, take note of this, there are instructors who doesn't want you to wear smartwatch. Kaya pag I don't wear my smartwatch when I'm in duty, usually use a second-hand watch, and it's actually very easy. It's a lot easier when you are I wouldn't say calculating, pero pag nagre-regulate ka ng IV drips ng pasyente mo, it's a lot better if you use the second-hand watch kasi talagang nakikita mo na okay, 1 minute, ganun. And you need to bring also, before I forget, a small calculator kasi magka-calculate ka ng IV drops, whether that's micro drop or macro drop for your patient. And also, you have to make sure that you bring books, okay? Bring books. Ang pinaka-importanting books na dapat mong bring is your NANDA book, yung nursing diagnosis mo, and your drug books. Pero pag may kaibigan ka, they're kind of pricey. Pero if you have a friend, you can borrow it too. Pero yun nga lang, pag ginagamit nila, hindi mo pwedeng hindi mo pwedeng agawin or pwedeng hiramin kasi ginagamit din nila. So, pero yun yung pinaka-important thing dapat i-bring mo in the hospital when you are having your duty. Kasi may mga instructors na hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng phone mo. Kahit you have a PDF on your phone, there are instructors that won't allow you to use your phone. Pero meron din naman instructors na pag nagpaalam ka is pwede kang gumamit. Pero at a certain time and a certain location. Yun, non-nursing diagnosis in your drug handbook. And for your apparatus in the hospital, for monitoring your patient, you need to have stethoscope, BP apparatus, pulse oximeter, thermometer. BP apparatus kasi pag sinabing monitor VS every 4 hours, ganyan. I-monitor mo yung pasyente mo and kailangan mo ng stethoscope, kailangan mo yung BP kasi yung vital signs ng pasyente mo consist of your BP, RR, respiratory rate, heart rate, pulse oximeter, and pulse oximeter and the temperature of the patient. So that is why it is very important, okay, to have your complete paraphernalia as well as apparatus that you need to have to monitor your patients. And yung first patient ko, it had a viral encephalitis, pero okay naman na siya nung nakuha ko na siya, kasi 1 week na ata siya sa hospital nun, and they were actually just waiting for her to be discharged. So it wasn't a lot of work, but I still had to monitor the patient, and she had medication that she needed to take, so I assisted with that, as well as, I did physical examination on the kids. So basically that is it, and yun yung mga needs mo for your first clinical duty. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys learned something, and I hope that you enjoyed the video for today. If you have any questions or any inquiries, please do not hesitate to ask the question in the comment section down below, and I'll answer it. So that is it for today guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell button so you get notified when I upload a new video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!